Okay, I think we're good now. I think I got everything queued up properly. It took me a minute to get everything showing correctly in the stream. So we are back live, I hope. I clicked all the necessary buttons. And can I be heard? Can you hear me now? It looks like last time I was trying to get my magic resistance going, so I will come in here and talk to Kelsomo. Should be warmer in Understone Keep than it is at the night streets of Markarth. I was looking for you. I've been sent by Mara to aid you, Kelsomo. To Ingvar, and thankfully we do have the gold to buy his poem. Yeah. Bloody enough for you, outsider? Yeah, I'll buy it. I'm not interested in talking to you right now, Vigilant. Should probably sleep and eat before I leave Markarth. I might, if I take the carriage back to uh, Riften, I would be in rough shape when I got there. I'm a traveler. Who cares about you? A Kelsomo is several things, but eloquent is not one of them. I personally like to do this so early, not just for the magic resistance, but also because it means that Kelsomo will never ask me to bring him a piece of enchanted. If I do this, he never asks me to bring him a piece of enchanted dwarven armor or whatnot that I find. Because it's always one that you don't know the enchantment for yet. Or at least seems that way. So I get it disenchanted, I do so, and then I get a letter from Calcelmo saying that he wants that piece of armor. But if I do this first, he already likes me and won't ask that to improve his disposition. Come here, you. I will not walk away. You know, you help these people come together, but you never actually see them together after that. I'll probably have to deal with having Eltress give me a note, but I think it's worth it to not die on the carriage back. Shut up. I'd like to perform here so that I can sleep for free. I will play the flute. I will play flute song 5. Clap for me, people. I'll talk to Milish in the morning. I'm done for now. 25 gold and a free night in the end. Does my room come with a barmaid? Alright, I'll eat at least something before I sleep. An apple pie before bed. And I'll sleep a solid 12 hours. I'll level up, I believe. I'll just take health because my magic and I can't see what my magic is supposed to be. Or my stamina for that matter. Let's eat something else. Well, let's just eat all the boiled cream treats. They're taking up too much space. And how about a cooked catfish as well? There, now we're still peckish, but we're doing pretty well. Now let's take the carriage back to Riften and undo all of that rest. But first, I'm gonna talk to Mulish. Omlag will give me a decent bit of money if I do this. One of your workers? I want you to leave Omlag alone. It's a pretty easy persuasion check. And we did the Bard's College first, so that things like that do better for us. That pays for 5 carriage trips to unwalled cities. But since I'm going to a walled city, it'll only cost me 20. For this next portion, I almost would want to turn off survival mode just so that I don't have to escort the guy to over the mountains, but it's okay, I'll be fine. Ugh, I am famished and tired. Give me a second, there's a red border that's bothering me. I was making sure that OBS would show the uh, stream, and there was still the red border around the game capture element. It was distracting me. Alright, so we'll talk to Dinyabalu again, and she'll tell me about love withstanding death. And I need to wear the Amulet of Mara to complete this quest. This is the portion when I also talk to Alessandra and get her dagger, since I'll be going at least in, if not near, Whiterun. Since I have to take the dagger to the Anders in Whiterun. And then she'll give me a free adept restoration spell that I will reload until it gives me closed wounds. Hello Jane, welcome to the stream. I am doing well. If I take the carriage to Whiterun, I'll probably have no stamina left, but we'll give it a shot anyway. Take me to Whiterun, sir. You are starving and you are weary. So, right now, our magicka and stamina regenerate 75% slower. Potions are doing nothing. Easily diseased. Attacks are slow. So slow. That's with a sword. He's doing that slow. Survival mode is no joke. So at least get inside the city. Unfortunately, I do not have my own house where I can always sleep for free yet. You can't buy a breeze home until you return the Dragonstone, but you can buy Tundra Homestead as soon as you have the gold. Or I could unlock any of the anniversary free homes. I need to sleep in each of those so that the screen's red glow goes away. Why would I pilfer crops from your farm when my crops are so much better? Let's see. Let's see the meat pie. I'm supposed to take that to Folk Firebeard. I'll just pay for this room. I don't want to take the time to perform. Get a solid 8 hours. Once again, I'm envious of my character from just being able to walk up to a bed and immediately get a full night of sleep. I'm not interested in custom designs. Normally for this part of the quest, I'll fast travel to Veteran's Retreat, which I'll have discovered by this point. Thought to... Alright, I have to go to the monument first anyway. It won't show up there until I talk to the girl at the battlefield. So going over this way doesn't really help me. I guess if I go the path that I'll have to escort him afterwards, it means I'll clear out any wolves or whatnot that are between the two locations, so I guess that does help me a little bit. Speaking of wolves, part of the reason I ate the boiled green treats is that on survival mode that carry weight actually does matter. Don't want to be carrying around that much food that doesn't restore all that much hunger. I think marriage is also more valuable in survivor mode if your spouse is making you a home cooked meal every day to help keep the hunger at bay. I always support restoration magic no matter what type of playthrough you're doing. I don't remember if I did something last night. Alright. Yeah, wolves again. If I had the arcane smithing perk, I would be getting ready to upgrade this leather armor that I'm wearing. Gonna have plenty of leather from all these wolves. But because I did a random alternate start and it started me in the Thieves Guild, I didn't have to craft a set of leather armor to start off. I already had the Thieves Guild armor, which is a little bit more defensive than the leather armor you can craft anyway. I just can't improve it since it's enchanted. Plus, eventually, even improving leather armor, how useful it is starts to fall off since there's no particular smithing perk that lets you improve leather armor twice as much, so eventually you just can't improve it enough to keep up with other armor types. But I guess with enough light armor perks, you can still do pretty well. I'm just gonna run because while the wolf doesn't bother me, the saber cat would. I have an Instagram account, but I never ever use it. My Discord name is the same as this here, but if you're hoping that I'll be looking for custom artwork, you will be uh, disappointed. I think what I need to do is I need to pray that I'm going to get to this cave in time. Because this saber cat is not giving up. So I need to dip into this cave and wait for it to go away. But I believe, yes, vampires in here, and I don't really want to deal with vampires right now. So I'm not going to actually explore the cave. I'm just going to wait a little bit. Alright, let's sneak back out. Go around this way. Stay and sneak in case the saber cat is still nearby. Set it down there. If that's the case, as long as I go this way, it won't see me. Yeah. And chances are, by the time that I actually check Discord, your message will have disappeared. Because I go on Discord very rarely. I probably haven't checked it in 3 weeks or so. Flame Atronach, while I would very much like its fire assaults, I don't really want to fight it. But I should. So let's summon the familiar to kind of draw some of its flames. At least allows me to close the distance. Oh no, the fire killed me. Darn it. I thought it was gonna be okay. I'm back outside of the cave again. That's a bummer. I really thought the familiar would do better for me than that. But he kind of ran around instead of running at the Atronach. Normally, I would just dodge fire bolts, but Flame Atronachs kind of are broken with the aiming. Why did I come over here? This is not where I wanted to go. I'll get the note if I can sneak well enough. I also want the chest because there's more in here. Goodbye. And then while I'm in the camp, check the spigot as well to get another one. If I'm here, why would I not get the sleeping tree sap? That's a lot of gold at this point in the game. If I see the flame Ratchnok again, I may still conjure the familiar, but it'll just be a diversion to let me get away. Since I went over to the giant camp first, I can be pretty certain that the saber cat has moved on at this point. Or gone back to its original position, if nothing else. Okay, so we'll talk to Fenrir again. Choose the option that progresses the quest as quickly as possible. Alright, so we have to go back over the mountain to find him, and then come back over here one more time. And then go back to Riften, and I will take less damage from magic for the rest of the game. Magic resistance is just too good to pass up. Pray to Stendar while you can. I'm going to do that stuff. Survival mode does not allow free divine blessings. You gotta pay for it. Survival mode teaches you that faith does not matter without payment. Of course, real life religion generally expects you to make some sort of contribution as well, so I guess it's more realistic. Money if you can give it, or service if you can't. Sometimes both. West, the plains over the mountains. One of my favorite things about Skyrim is that if you need to uh, escort someone and then you fast travel, they will generally go with you when you do so. Actually, Finn appears to have just disappeared. I assume he'll reappear when I get there. It's been so long since I didn't just fast travel over there that I didn't realize he disappeared. I kind of hoped that if I ran into enemies again, he would be there and help fight them off. He is a soldier after all. Even a ghost soldier would be some help. I'm thinking I should at least get Golden Hills Plantation while I'm in the area. I don't have a steward to fix it up yet, but I can at least claim ownership of the home and have a place to rest my head. I don't have all the more tapanella I would want to plant, or the scillifolia, or the creep cluster, but we can get started on that. If I plant them, they'll grow and then I can plant more. Alright, here we go. Well, not exactly. I came to find you. Off to Sovngarde with you, where Alduin will eat your soul. Actually, I don't know if they're going to Sovngarde. We don't know. I mean, assumingly he died in honorable combat, or more or less. Don't know if he's actually a Nord. He may be. He probably is. I would imagine that Jukar's men were mostly composed of Nords. I will drop a quick save in case this ghost kills me. It has happened before. I'll conjure a familiar to help. Jump stab. Started the unquiet dead. A clue, a clue. I feel strange, hot and cold all at once. My hand shakes, hard to write, so dizzy. I think I've been poisoned. It seems to get better of me after all. Today's the first day of our new lives. I bought a sizable piece of land with a run-down farmhouse for dirt cheap just outside of Rorikstead. No one else wanted it on account of how rocky it is. Too many boulders, the other men said. But John Quill and I have strong backs and willing hearts. We'll get these boulders out and turn this fertile land into a plantation they could only dream of. This will be the perfect place to raise our little wren. Long day. Hand hurts almost too much to write. Farmhouse is repaired and the first plants are in the ground. Feels good. We did it. John Quill kissed me tonight like she did when we were first married. Her eyes are calling me. We harvested our first crops today. It wasn't much, but it's a start. When I watched the sun's rays first break over the horizon on our fields today, I knew what to name this place. Golden Hills Plantation, after Akatosh's glorious light. Soon it will be an inheritance worthy of our son. Just a bit longer, I know it. My heart is troubled. Rin is fast growing into a strapping young boy, though he spends too much time playing with that wooden sword of his and dreaming of running off to join the Legion. But my dear wife Jonquil, her strangeness worries me. Sometimes she'll disappear for hours at a time, and then turn up in the house as though she'd been there all along. I often see her carrying a basket full of strange dark flowers, and she won't tell me what they are or where she got them. And last winter, when Rin fell ill with fever, Jonquil produced a small black bottle from who knows where and poured who knows what down his throat. Only a few minutes later, the fever was gone. Jonquil refused to tell me what was in the bottle or where she got it. I was so happy that she saved the little boy, of course, but Mara preserved me, but I'm afraid that my wife is a Daedra worshipper, or a witch. Grin has been missing for 3 days, my little boy. I've searched everywhere, but there's no trace of him. Even his favorite toy sword is missing. What if wolves got him, or brigands snatched him away? Jonquil has been watching me. I don't like the look in her eyes, and she hasn't cried at all. What kind of mother doesn't cry when her child is missing? What if? I dare not even put the thought to paper. It's unthinkable. I found it. I found Jonquil's secret. This is the place she's been disappearing to. The potions, the plants, the books. Such evil and unnatural things I found down there. Divines help me, my wife is a witch. I didn't want to open her foul books, but I had to know. I had to. Deadly Nightshade, that's what the plant is called, the one I saw her sneaking around with. She grows it everywhere in this hidden place. She must have poisoned my son. I've seen the sneer on her face, the laughter in her eyes, as she watched me tearing apart the farm looking for him. She was mocking me. Never felt rage like this. I'm shaking with it, sweating with it. I know exactly what I've got to do. My son's spirit whispers to me, demanding vengeance. I keep an axe by the door for dealing with wild animals. It will do for dealing with a witch as well. No, you have to burn the witch, you fool. Now I have to find the laboratory, which is of course in the basement. Where else would you put a secret lab? I have to fight her ghost too. Despite being, she is a witch, she uses magic on you. Search the laboratory for clues. I'll harvest the death bell, certainly. Ingham Blackbriar wants it. And of course, Song of the Alchemists. Very rare book. I'll take as many ingredients as I can get my hands on. In Oblivion, you need an alembic to make potions. In here, you just need an alchemy table. Alright. Ervil wanted so badly to make you give up being farmers, so here we are now with our own rocky pocket of land and a ruined old farmhouse with a leaky roof. It's not what I dreamed of, but we'll make the best of it. At least the soil is good, even if it's full of boulders. I'll be able to get a nice garden going with all the ingredients I need for my potions. The income from that should get us through the first winter, if nothing else. Found a secret room walled off in the basement. It will do nicely for my alchemy lab. I love my husband dearly, but he can be a pig-headed dolt when it comes to the gentle magics of the earth. If it weren't for my potions, Lorin would have perished last winter from a fever. Our plantation is doing well enough, but Erval's eyes are getting bigger than his purse. He was talking of purchasing a wagon recently, like we don't sometimes struggle to put food on the table. A wagon, honestly. I've seen the ugly looks he gives my potions and herbs, but where else are we going to get the money for all the things he buys? Next thing you know, he'll be trying to buy another farm. Rin's gone missing. We've looked everywhere, but we can't find him. His little wooden sword is missing too. God's preserve me. I hope he hasn't run off. He doesn't realize how dangerous it is out there on the tundra. It's been 3 days now. My little boy is still gone. I don't like how Erval is looking at me. His eyes are too dark, too still, like a frozen lake. I think I even heard him mutter something about getting what I deserve. Could he have? No. I do not even put the thought to paper. He did it. He must have. That monster killed my son, and now he looks at me with those hate-filled eyes and a mocking smirk. He despises my alchemical arts so much that he took my son from me to punish me. I've never brewed poison before, but I know how it's done. I know how to bottle death. A few drops in his mead and my child will be avenged. It is done. The gods will damn me, but they will damn him more for the murder of a child. Rin, I'm so sorry. I wish I could have... Wait, I hear something. So, he came down here to kill her, but she had already poisoned him. So they both died. I'll take the potion of cure disease. Helpful to have when you can't heal for free. And then, of course, there's Rin's journal. Ma and Pa are fighting again. They're always fighting these days. Ma hates how obsessed Pa is with cows and the price of wheat and all that boring stuff. Pa doesn't like Ma's flowers or bottles of goopy stuff. I don't like the goopy stuff either, but it does make me feel better when I'm sick, so I guess it's okay. I can't wait till I'm old enough to join the Legion and get away from the farm. I've been practicing every day with my sword. I think I'm good enough to be a captain, or even a general. But Pa doesn't want me to join the Legion because he says I have to take over the farm when I'm old enough. Ma doesn't want me to go because it's dangerous. That's about the only thing they agree on. I bet if I defeated a bandit or killed a wolf or something, that would show them. Then they would have to let me join up with the Legion. Pa always tells me to stay away from the old well, the one towards the tall monument, out by the tree sitting on a rock. Wolves like to hunt out there, he says, so that's where I'll go. I'll kill a wolf and bring home its head, and that'll prove I'm a man and not a baby. I'm tired of listening to Ma and Pa yell at each other anyway. So he presumably went out towards the well. So that's where we will look. Up by the big tree. There's a well here and some wolves. I just got rock joint. Fantastic. Well, good thing I took that potion. Take the toy sword, and there's a child's skeleton here. So, it's pretty, uh, it's pretty clear what happened. He went out there to kill a wolf, and the wolves together took care of him. we'll take his toy sword back into the farmhouse and place it here. And when you do that, all three of them show up. Your family can rest in peace now. And we get the key. So we now own the farm. And when we come outside, it starts a farming quest. You're asked to plant 10 crops. I will plant 9 right now because I have 7 Scalifoliota and 2 more Tapanella. I'll plant all I have of those 2. So that was 7, and I plant the first of the more Tapanella here every time. And I plant the remaining 17 over here. So that's 9, and we'll wait for those to grow. Let's see, we need to... I don't have all the Death Bell or the Nern root yet. Right now we just need to get back to Riften. I'll head east towards Right One so that I can get the carriage. I also want to go into Whiterun because I did pick up Isolda's message, so I can sell the sleeping tree sap to her and get a pretty penny. On survival mode, it doesn't hurt to have as many houses as you can possibly get, so that no matter where you are, you can get over to a place where you can sleep. But having close access to like carriages and horses is good too. Shrine of Zenithar. I'll leave the skill book for now, but I'll take the silver ingot, sure. Can come up with something to do with that. Maybe for this playthrough, instead of waiting until I get the Dwarven knowledge and build up tons of silver and gold and power level smithing all at once, I can just use what I find as I get it and level it up slowly over time. Come on, wolves. There are too many wolves. Basically, I wouldn't be strong enough that I can, take care of, uh, take care of the, uh, Aaron Gus Golden Glow state, and that I can feel like I'm a proper member of the Thieves Guild once I've done that. And then it would feel right to start the main quest once I've made a name for myself in the guild I started at it with. By the way, the Western Watchtower that is eventually destroyed, if you haven't started the main quest yet, it is still there and standing. You just come over here on your own. I have a pickaxe. Yeah, if you just come over here on your own time. It still looks kind of broken, but there's at least no fire, no bodies burning. Alright, so we are almost back to Whiterun. The only thing we've encountered today by avoiding fast traveling is a lot of wolves. Which I guess has helped get our one-handed and light armor up a little bit, but yeah, I would have been happier to finish the quests quickly. Alright, we'll take the carriage to Riften after we've talked to Isolde. I got 4 bottles at 150 each. The carriage is costing me a fortune in this playthrough. One thing that would terrify me about no fast travel is doing the uh, Thieves Guild Radiant quests. Going to each hold and doing a quest and then going back, turning it in, and then going to another hold, rinse and repeat. I think for Radiant quests, I'd be willing to turn off survival mode while doing those, and then turn it back on when I'm doing, things that aren't so repetitive. Or maybe turn off survival mode entirely and install a mod that does it better than the vanilla Skyrim does. Because there are several well-respected mods that do something like that. I don't know if magic resistance also has something to do with disease resistance. It'd be nice if it did, but I don't think it does. Congratulations, everyone loves me. Pop a quick save, talk to her, and see what she gives me. Nope. Give me closed wounds so that I can fully heal myself all at once. Cool. Closed wounds will heal me for 100 points, which is most of my health. And with the Amulet of Mara on, I can cast it for only 96. Okay. I think what I'm going to do next is I will pop down here and get the ore sample to take the Shore's Stone. Let's see if she has any of the ingredients that I want. I want hawk feathers, because eating a hawk feather will cure disease. If you just want to sell the ingredients that you grow on the farm, rather than making potions out of them, wheat is actually one of the best you can do. You wouldn't think wheat would sell for more than most other ingredients, but it does. Will you feel that way if I steal a horse? I'm just borrowing it. It'll come back to you. I'm wearing Thieves Guild armor. What did you expect from me? I suppose while I'm in this section of the map, I should be picking up more Skillyfoliota. Bandits at that fort, but I'll just ignore them. How many arrows am I carrying around right now? I've got 25, that should be enough. I'm gonna clear out the mine while I'm here. Tell me about the mine. So I will pull out my bow. If you were doing your job, I wouldn't have to have my weapon out. You're actually inside the mine right now, and you're still not going to even help. I can sell the frostbite venom with this playthrough's rule set. That one's being kind of blocked by the railing. Alright. That is all the spiders cleared. It'll put me close to carry weight, but I really should have a pickaxe. So I can get any iron ore that I find when I'm out and about. I'm pretty sure my mods make it so that the spiders won't come back once I have cleared them. I also know a guard that's completely worthless when I see one. Do I have anything I want to sell right now? I'll sell the steel dagger. I will talk to Sylgia if I can find her. I'm gonna see if I can, if the horse is not too far gone. Yeah, it looks like it's already out of here. I want to deliver the satchel to Darkwater Crossing. I want to go over there because Annika is my preferred steward. So if I start doing some things in that area, I don't know if she'll give me the bandit quest that she gives you, since I have the companions one in my journal right now, but I guess we'll find out when we get there. Well, Annika is my preferred steward for Golden Hills, at least. I do have a preferred steward for each location. I I suppose I haven't done my Duolingo yet today, but I have plenty of time. It's only 3:47. You don't need that many eyes to tell me to do a lesson. I have like a 230-day streak. I'm not gonna forget to do it now. It takes like a month and a half to properly form a habit. So 230 days, it's something that I just do when I do without even really thinking about needing to do it. If I go along this path, I'll find plenty of stumps, and they might give me some of the mushrooms I want. I mean, there are clearly some on this stump, but all it wanted to give me was the snowberries and mountain flowers, and not the obvious more tapinella that's growing on it. Wow, both arrows I shot, I can get back. I don't mind that survival mode doesn't give me automatic health regen because I'm always healing it after battles anyway. I have to be careful what I pick up though. My carry weight is very close to full, and there are no merchants in Darkwater Crossing for me to sell excess to, so make sure I'm not carrying too much. I mean, if I need to, I can drop the pickaxe. I can always find and pick up another one. But it is somewhat disappointing that I don't have the carry weight to pick up all the creep cluster and jazzberry grapes I would typically want to when I am over here. Mistwatch has a quest that I haven't done too many times. There's a man somewhere who believes that the Mistwatch bandits have taken his wife, but it turns out that his wife is actually the leader. So she asks you to tell him that she's dead or whatever. And I still remember the first time I played this Skyrim and I got that quest to find 20 jazzbay grapes. And I didn't know that they grow all around this area, so I was hopping around to every alchemist just hoping that one had at least one of them. Meanwhile, I can spend 5 minutes walking around this area and have all of them. But I don't even have the quest right now to find them, so I'm not going to worry about getting all 20 right now. But I'll get it started. Alright, we have made it to Darkwater Crossing. Werner is inside. I'm going to borrow this pickaxe, use it to get a few pieces of corundum ore. And I'll drop the pickaxe, I'll sell the corundum ore to Werner so that he'll like me. And then I'll give him the leather so he likes me even more. I mean, I'm going to steal his wife to work on my farm. I may as well do something nice for him. And I have a package for you. Okay, as I suspected with some of the other uh, quests I have available, she did not want to talk about uh, hunting bandits. 3 more creep cluster would be all I need for my farm. I can now take that corundum ore if I want to. I mean, they say try to hide it all I want, but if I'm wearing the armor, does it really seem like I'm trying to hide anything? It kind of seems like I don't care if they know, because I don't. Annika says if you're heading to Kynes Grove, stick to the road, but the road does not have all these ingredients. Of course, it also doesn't have the wolves, so yeah, she is actually right. Though if you have all the anniversary edition content active. Oh, shoot. I'm dead. Yeah, quite possibly. I turned and assumed that I would be swinging my sword at a wolf. It was not a wolf. I'm kind of hoping that the... Oh god, another one. I was about to say I hope that the skeletons and wolves kind of bothered each other. Oh good, the saber cats are going after the giant. They decided to uh, interrupt the mourning of the sad giant. That's a very good way to get yourself killed. This giant stands here watching over the body of its dead mammoth, and the saber cats decided that they were going to get in the way. I will not interrupt you. I would have taken the mammoth tusk if I had to carry weight for it, but I was going to interrupt the giant's mourning. I have enough creep cluster. I'm up to 14 jazzberry grapes. I said I wasn't going to get all 20, and yet here I am. Already at 14, so what's getting 6 more? And if I can get some more tapinella along the way, all the better. If you think that I'm not looking for jazzberry very efficiently, you're right, but I'll get what I need. There's more than enough. It's not like Crimson Nernroot and Blackreach, where if you walk past one, you're gonna be terribly hard pressed to find 30. 20 jazzberry grapes is not a problem at all. They're nobles with a bodyguard, but they do not have a. None of them are on a horse. I like the ones that are on a horse. Oops. And we are over carry weight again. I could eat something. That helps a little bit. That weighs 6. I shouldn't be carrying it. It has no function. It's just interesting. Hello, Folgers. Where is the shrine? If you have the... I believe it's Black or Azura's star and encounter him, he'll have dialogue related to it. But as I haven't done that yet, he has nothing else to say. Man, I wish I had 20 Death Bell or Nerdward, but I'm just not quite there yet. At this point, I'm basically thinking follow the road through Kynes Grove and then up to Windhelm to take the carriage back to Riften to turn in that quest. So maybe I should go to Solitude first. I have 2 quests there. I think I will do that. And I wasn't able to do those quests before because everyone was talking about the festival. Angeline should have uh, had her time to grieve for the news that I hadn't told her yet. I have a torch, right? I do not. I thought I made sure that I would have torches with me for moments like this, where I'm getting into the cold regions. Take me to Solitude quickly. It's also in northern areas, but it's not as cold as uh, Windhelm. No, in my full playthrough, when it came to catching fish, I would just dive into whatever water and catch them by hand. But if you have survival mode on, jumping into the freezing water to catch the fish by hand there is a very quick way to die. So survival mode, you really should stick to, you know, fishing naturally. You are absolutely right, I can. It's 6:30 in the morning, so I'll go to the palace first. Let's give the rum to Falkfirebeard, and then come back and sell off some stuff and complete the other quest. I can also get some Death Bell around here, so getting all of that out of my inventory is also a nice thing that I can do soon. You should be scared of Sybil Stentor. She has much power and will eat you. Ah. Alright. Run into them to get them to advance the dialogue. I'm not really warming up, but I'm not getting colder here either. Oh, I am getting warmer. Now that it's not early morning, the air in Solitude is not too cold. You want to fetch the mead? I don't really like waiting in survival mode, but I feel like I should sell the things that I have first before I tell you what else I have to say. She doesn't give you a direct reward, but she does like you from this point forward, and you can take the usual things you can take from an alchemist if you've done the quest for them. Let's do number 4 this time. There's some notifications while he plays the flute. That pays off most of what it costs to buy it. Oops. I'll sleep 4 hours. I'll get most of the fatigue gone. I feel refreshed. Now let's go ahead and eat both bogfish. I'm still peckish, which makes me a little bit slower. I have a sweet roll as well. I don't want to have the venison without cooking it. I can harvest that death bell without it being stealing. I don't know if there's any other death bell actually in Solitude itself. There's plenty of Nightshade, which is why that's the one that we've already completed. Hello, cats. Meow. I kind of want to get the death bell. I'm not going to take the carriage to Morthal to get the death bell because then I can't carriage away. I don't think the water's too cold right here. I mean, it's cold, but not cold enough that I'm about to die by swimming through it. I'll come over to this area to get just a few death bell. Just enough to finish the quest. And I'll head back over to the... I don't see any Nernroot around here. Actually, do I see a glow over here? No. Never mind. There's a fire right here. Use that to get comfortable again. Okay. Why have I not made a backpack yet? I thought I did. That would make things so much easier on myself. I should have taken that corundum ore in Shorestone, turned it into an ingot, and made a backpack. I'll make when I'm in Riften though. Khajiit, I think they call themselves. Yeah. Always famished, always weary. Hello. Your name. I'm not going to embarrass myself by trying to say that. But now that I see you. I will just buy a corundum ingot from him. But no need to do any of that with leather. Excuse me for just a moment, Balamund. I'm going to make 5 pieces of leather and then turn around to the blacksmith forge and I can make any backpack I want with the bedroll. So that would give me some stamina. I could just do one that's carrying capacity. I can get extra bow damage. I can get extra magicka. I think I'm going to take the lockpicking one. So, I am a thief. After all. So, now that I have a backpack that mitigates a lot of the issues with forging that would otherwise plague me. Or a lot of the issues with survival mode that would otherwise plague me. A backpack without survival mode on is just like infinite, practically infinite carry weight. Thanks for all these things. I will sell them to you. I think I'll try one more thing for this stream. I'll try to kill the... No, that's Leader of Orphans deer. The Leader of Winter War. That's a little dangerous because it's over in cold area. But we're going to give it a shot. Excuse you, please get out of my way. He's spending a lot more time blocking than he is attacking. Take your potion and die. You shouldn't have talked to me like that. I will buy the good food. Part of me wanted, thought that it would be too much fun to pass up to perform after, killing someone in the middle of the tavern, but... Oh, what happened? That guy called me a milk drinker, so I killed him. Shouldn't have called me a milk drinker. I will occasionally drink milk by itself, but what I use milk most for is cooking. You need milk to make a good bechamel. Alright, take me to Windhelm. Okay, the air is very cold here. I'm very cold, I'm drained, I'm hungry. I think I need to steal a horse again. The air is treacherously cold. It is 2 a.m., so I shouldn't be trying to go anywhere in these frozen reaches right now. I need to get into town where I can be somewhat warmer and, no, not dead. And when it is daytime, I can try and get out to the ship. I don't like your attitude. I'm missing a little bit of health because of the cold, but I still think I can take him. I don't like you, Rolf. I don't care if you're Galmar's brother. You lost. Give me my money. Unfortunately, people like you when you beat them up, so now he likes me. I will stand by this fire to hopefully get my max health back. Feel warmer but still chilly. You feel warmer and are now comfortable. But it is still Windhelm in the middle of the night, so as soon as I walk away from the fire, I'll be getting colder pretty quickly. I'm going to go talk to Wolfirth, the court mage. I'm going to see if he's willing to sell me a flame cloak spell that will help me stay warm in the uh, colder areas. I guess technically he should probably be asleep right now, which is why he's not giving me the "what have you got for sale" dialogue. I guess it is an added level spell, and I am not there yet with destruction magic. Shame. Do you have a scroll of it? No. And unfortunately, I can't just like buy warm soups. If you want a soup that keeps you warm, you typically have to make it yourself. I'll still see what the inn has, but I'm going to carry one jug of milk so that I can drink it in front of someone the next time they call me a milk drinker. I don't know what that means. I'm kind of disappointed that the first quest the companions gave me is a bandit quest all the way out here in East March. I would much rather prefer some trouble in Whiterun Hold that I could complete quickly. I will steal a horse again, so I can at least get over to the ship faster. The horse very well may walk away while I'm fighting the bandits, but worry about that when the moment comes. Also, if I have to go through the water to get to the ship, being on a horse means I myself will not actually technically be in the water. If I can't get a flame cloak and I can't get a soup that is going to keep me warm, the least I can do is minimize the time I'm in the cold weather. And the horse will help me with that. I am not interested in fighting an ice wolf. Honestly, I wish the horses in the game were a little bit faster. Or you could at least see their stamina so you know when you can sprint on them. There's a snowy saber cat over there, which may be even more dangerous than... I'm going to save in case I'm wrong about the horse helping me with the frigid water. It's not full protection. I did see my max health go down a little bit, but if I wore it on the horse, it would definitely be going down faster. So I'm going to say that the horse definitely helped there. There's a couple bear traps there. I don't really want to ride over them while I'm on the horse. Please don't leave, horse. I still need you. So I will do that. Then I will cross the... I don't have enough magicka with how tired I am to conjure familiar. The horse decided to humor me for at least those first couple bandits. I don't like my chances here. The horse kind of got stuck, so it wasn't able to leave me. Alright. The bandit chief is dead. Which means we can return to Farkas and continue on with the companions. I have gotten Meridio's beacon in that chest like 3 dozen times. Obviously I didn't this time because I'm not a high enough level for it. But it happens. I will take the garlic. And I will take some of their stuff to sell. And with my help, the horse should be able to get off. So we saw that being on the horse helps with the cold, so I will go straight through the water again. I mean, the air is still cold over here, but I don't have to worry about the water while I'm horsing about. Once I've spent some more money on domiciles, I'll consider buying a horse. Or even once I get the farm up and running, then I won't have to worry about money and can spend on whatever I want whenever I want. Okay. Maik? I believe Maik is fighting. And a Vigilant of Stendar is also fighting. I do want to discover the docks. He only goes to Solitude and Dawnstar. Getting off the horse right here may have been a mistake. It's still marked as stealing. So I think if I get back on it here, I will be in trouble. So I'll have to go through town to get to the stables. Because I can't get back on the horse and ride it through the water. Oh, sure. I feel bad for you, so I will buy your flowers. She's one of my top choices to adopt if I adopt children in the playthrough, because I just feel so bad for her sleeping on the streets of Windhelm. So I always buy her flowers because it makes me feel better. Okay, so I've been going for a while. But I will go back to Whiterun so I can turn in that quest. Is everything going okay with the YouTube stream? Yes, it does say that I'm still live on YouTube, but my chat software is saying that I'm not. So if you're saying something on YouTube right now, okay, it reconnected. But if you said something on YouTube in the past minute or so, I did not see it because the chat software was glitching. It will tell me that I do not have an active public live stream on YouTube, even if I do. I'm not sure if I want to Dustman's Cairn today. But I know I should at least get over there. The sooner I do that, the sooner I can get a Skyforged Steel Sword and improve my damage output significantly. I've taken care of the problem. No, I'll talk to Skewer. You wanted to see me? What do you mean? What does this have to do with me? I get the ice brain. You're going to be my shield, brother? Who was this scholar? Why did Skewer call this my trial? What is Wuthrad? I'll meet you at Dustman's Cairn. See, there are other things that I'd like to take care of, but having a stronger weapon would be very nice. And there's not a lot better you can do in the game in general besides a Skyforged steel weapon. And especially considering how early you can get one. It is an excellent choice. I will make sure that I'm on my way to Dustman's Cairn, well rested and my belly sated. So I will perform here again so that I get a free room and I'll buy whatever Hulda has to eat. I should also think about the pets, but I'll do that another time. I'd like to perform here. I'll do the loot this time though. Let's pull out the loot and play anything besides Greensleeves. How about number 2? Okay, that will get us a free room. Sadie is too busy cooking right now for me to use it, so. Free lodging. I will get my 8 hours so that it's daytime, not too early in the morning when I get up. I am well rested after that. I'm gonna see if I have anything that I can actually cook. I know I have some venison, but do I have the salt piles to cook it? I can make a venison chop, which is better than just straight venison. And I will buy her good foods as well. All the stuff that restores 200 or more. It's quite a bit of money, but it'll be worth it. Let's go ahead and consume a cooked beef right now. That will get me... I'm still hungry, but it'll get me over Dustman's Care, at least. We're in hold, so we don't have to worry too much about Coast Blue Force uniform. Bonjour, comment allez-vous? I don't know enough French to speak it for an entire episode, but I did know that phrase, at least. I took French for a few years in high school, but that was a long time ago now. Right, here's Dustman's Cairn. I can at least start the dungeon. There's a Battle Syncretor here on the table, which is two-handed. I'm not using a two-handed weapon, but I probably will at some point, so... Plenty of Draugr around here. We'll see what Farkas we get today. Sometimes Farkas is helpful and actually attacks people. Sometimes he just kind of stands around and watches you fight. Looks like so far he's being more helpful. I think typically he fights more once, you're not just fighting Draugr. Because I think the intention of the trial was that you would be fighting Draugr, and when it turns out that there's more than just Draugr here, it's like, okay, this is not just a trial anymore, we need to, work together. But that will come right around here. I won't take the potion of the night, I don't think I'll use it, but if I decide not to use it, I can at least sell it. Even if you know what pulling the lever is going to do, you still have to do it. Get wrecked, s'il vous plaît. They do not last very long. I will take a silver sword, but with survival mode, you just do not have to carry weight to take all of them. You can often find his Skyforged Steel Greatsword if you're using two-handed weapons and want a greatsword a little bit early. I'm gonna arrow the silver hand because I can. I will grab that hide helmet, but I will not walk into the arrows. Farkas will, but I will not. Take this gold and the gem. A flawless amethyst. I want 3 of those eventually. I can get some easy sneak in some of these rooms by getting a sneak attack on the dragon. I'm paying attention. I spoke a little bit of French for you. Marcus, there's a guy shooting arrows at us. I'm shooting arrows at them too, but you know, you could have helped. Part of the reason I wanted the lockpicking boost for my backpack was that sometimes the temperature can impact how successful you are in picking locks. So if I have something that gives me a bonus, I can at least be neutral at picking them, if not sometimes better. If you have Unrelenting Force, you can use it on, I think, this sarcophagus and get a Draugr to pop out. But since I don't have shouts at the moment, I cannot do that. Alright, I will quick save here. I have 24 lockpicks, which is more than enough for me to pick a master lock, but if I feel like I'm breaking too many, I can reload. Alright, I have an idea of its general area, and I've only broken a few. That was the wrong way. Try... Nope. That was also the wrong way. I knew that was wrong before I started trying to rotate. I'm messing up now. I can do better. That's fine. I didn't break too many. I'll take all of that stuff, but I'll drop that iron mace. Unfortunately, unlike usual, I did not, I'm not keeping track of what enchantments I already have, so I don't know if I can drop that iron warhammer. Was there a... Is it just an alchemy lab, or is there an arcane enchanter back here too? Because if there is one and I can disenchant some things, that would be fantastic. But I don't remember if it's just an alchemy lab. Nope, this is an arcane enchanter. Perfect. So I can disenchant all of these things, increase my enchanting, and reduce my carry weight by quite a bit. Alright, some minor potions around here. I haven't been using many potions, but I'm still taking them when I see them. Hitting Sleeping Tracker with a melee sneak attack is just such a great way to level it up. One of the reasons I like going to Tracker Ruins early, because you can get so many quick sneak levels by doing it like this. Even if you don't want to be a stealth archer. First of all, who are you kidding? You're going to end up being a stealth archer. But sneak is still a valuable skill anyway. You're not going to kill me. That will not be allowed, sir. Whew. Had quite a bit of health to heal back, though. My biggest worry was that fighting this silver hand guy would cause some of the sleeping tracker to wake up, but it looks like we're okay. The bands? Take out that one right away. The remaining two went up there. Take out one and get some damage on the next two before they get to me. Farkas is kneeling. But fortunately we got good damage on them first, so. Alright. That's 3 more Silverhand dead. There's one last shot up here. If I hop carefully over here, I can get that coin purse. Alright. There's gonna be more down here. There's also traps that keep getting triggered. That one was a lightly armored archer, so all we had to do was get to him. I'll take a full soul gem, sure. Do I even have Soul Trap? I have not bothered to learn it yet. I have not bothered to learn it. That one was dead before I knew what was happening. I'll take some butter, but I don't have an oven. Okay. In this area, there is Silverhand fighting Draugr. But not all the Draugr are awake. So I can still get some additional sneak experience from the ones that are still sleeping. And then when we get to the end of this hall, we'll see who's still standing. Whether they're still fighting or whether the Silverhand have won. It looks like the Silverhand won, and by not a small margin. Are you going to follow me back to the previous room? Yes, they are. No. Oof. You're Farkas. Where were you? There were like a lot of guys. Did you kill them all? I guess he must have. Well, good for you, I guess. I thought they were all going to catch up to me. Because that was a lot of them. Usually the Draugr at least take out some, but it looks like it was a complete one-sided slaughter. I'm not sure the Draugr managed to take out a single one of them themselves. That steel warhammer would be so far over. It's not worth trying to pick it up. Okay, so the way forward is that way. Usually when I'm doing Dustman's Care, and the red round here is where I start worrying about carry weight. Are you asking what a band is? What a bando is? the key that we need to move forward. And now there are some skeevers. I'm going to kill the skeevers with fire because my destruction skill is not yet high enough to buy a flame cloak spell. So I want to, when I'm fighting weaker enemies, such as skeevers, I'd like to do it with flames so I get a little bit of destruction level. Typically I end up doing it for things like wolves, but skeevers work too. Since I was logged out from YouTube. Let me try and find out what's going on here. Wolf axe mission. I'm not sure what you're trying to say. For some reason my chatting app decided to log me out of YouTube completely. But I think it's all okay now. For some reason it hasn't been cooperating well with YouTube today, so I'm missing some comments. Sorry about that. Farkas will eventually say that after Dustman's Karen, he can't handle the creepy crawlies. But if you can handle just those two spiders, you're okay. There are no more spiders. So that large group of silver handweed, the large group of silver hand we encountered was the last human enemies we'll find. Everything else here is going to be drugger now that we're past the spiders. At least gold doesn't weigh anything in survival mode. Lockpicks and arrows do, but gold is still weightless. We're also not going to find joggers sleeping. There'll be this room that's going to have a lot of jogger, but they're already awake. There's a boss chest back here. Got some interesting things in it. We are right at carry weight. Drop the workers' padlocks. And taking the fragment of Ruth Rod will trigger the jogger to wake up. I didn't heal after the last fighting. Forgetting that I have to do it myself if I want to heal. I've tried playing with survival mode in the past, but I usually turn it off before too long. I would say this is the longest I've stuck with it for a playthrough. Thankfully, it's been regular joggers so far. There will be some stronger ones eventually, of course, but we also have ones that are more interested in running away than fighting. Marcus was fighting a restless. But ended up kneeling because of it. Alright, I think we got them all killed. I heard the dungeon clear sound. I'm not going to be carrying all their weapons back, but I can at least check if they have, like, gems or gold. I generally take bone meal as well. I think that's enough checking their bodies. I'd be very happy if I actually got back to Whiterun and got my new weapon before I end the stream. I forgot about this chest on the way in. Some gold and a piece of armor I can sell. Okay. I've been logged out from YouTube again. So I stole a horse, which is almost certainly all the way back to Whiterun by now. I suppose I could do the wild horses creation. I do have it installed, and then I can catch and tame a horse instead of buying one. It'd save me some money. I'm still doing the Oblivion bounce, even though I know it doesn't help me at all. Hello, welcome to the stream still. Yes, I am enjoying the game. Thank you for stopping by. Name you? The stream is going well. I think I'm gonna call it pretty soon here, though, once I get inducted into the companions properly. Why are you waiting for me? I just want to get a better weapon. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm trying my best to make it look okay. Uh, right now I'm streaming Skyrim when I have nothing else to do in one of the other games I'm playing, but still want to keep streaming. I showed a little bit in Stardew Valley to start today, but I finished everything I was doing in there, so I decided to spend the rest of the day with Skyrim. But people ask me to stream Skyrim more, so I may uh, do it occasionally. I have played several Souls games, including Dark Souls itself. I haven't done them on stream, but I have played them. I'm gonna sell off some of the junk too. I currently work doing DoorDash, but I am looking for some other work. Uh, but currently it's DoorDash and streaming on days that I don't work. So now that I've gotten to this point, I can get because my channel reaching affiliate is a uh, sort of dream of mine, but I'm not there yet. So now I have a Skyforged steel sword, which is much stronger than my ancient Nord sword was, and is as strong as even an elven sword would be, so I don't need another weapon for a while. So now that my damage output will be higher, I feel more comfortable doing some of these other combat related quests that I had, like going to the Orphans tier or cleared Golden Glow Estate. Yes, I'd like to become an affiliate and start earning here, but I know that that's not something you can do quickly. So I'm looking for other work so that I can earn something while working towards that. Her shop was open, which is not at the counter. I'll sell some of the potions I found. I do know what the requirements are. I've met the ones for stream time and stream days, but I do not yet have 25 followers or 3 average viewers. Some people follow me, but it's mostly people who want to sell me channel art and they unfollow when they realize that I'm not going to. And even the people that do follow me don't usually watch, so I don't end up with many average viewers. So when I next play Skyrim, I think the first thing I'm going to do is go try to kill the leader of Orphans tier, and that's way in the northwest corner of the map. Way, way, way out here. So it won't be easy to get to, but I'll be able to manage. But for today, at least, I'm going to call the stream here. But I'll read a book like I always do at the end of Skyrim streams. If you were here live, watching on Twitch or on YouTube, whether you chatted or lurked, I appreciate you. If you are watching the archive later on YouTube, thank you for checking it out. I hope that however your day is progressing, it is going favorably for you. And I'm going to read... How about the Battle of Sancretor? In Second Era 852, Allied Nord and Breton forces crossed the borders into Cyrodiil and occupied the major passes and settlements in the Jarl Mountains. Making their headquarters for the winter at Sancretor, the Nord-Breton allies dared King Culicane's new general, Talos, to assault them in their mountain fastnesses. When they learned that General Talos had mustered an army in the dead of winter and was marching to assault Sancretor, they were elated. Sancretor was impregnable, its citadel on high cliffs overlooking the lower city, nestled in a high mountain basin with steep, unscalable cliffs in their rear. The Cyrodiilic army was small, poorly trained and outfitted, short on rations, and unprepared for winter campaigning. As their ragged units assembled in the lowlands beneath the citadel, the Nord-Briton allies confidently assumed that their enemy had delivered himself into their trap. The citadel was not only protected by an unscalable cliff in front and unscalable heights in their rear, but the entrance to the citadel was magically concealed under the appearance of a large mountain lake in the basin beneath the heights. Accordingly, the Nord-Briton allies left on a small force to defend the citadel, descending through lower passages to attack and overwhelm the cold, hungry Citadelic forces before them. They expected to defeat, overrun, and annihilate General Talos' army, leaving no one to oppose their springtime descent into the Cyrodiilic heartlands. Thus did General Talos lure the Nord-Briton allies to their doom. Leaving a weak force in the lowlands to draw out the defenders, General Talos approached the citadel of Sancretor from the rear, descending the supposedly unscalable heights behind the citadel, and sneaking into the supposedly magically concealed entrance to the inner citadel. This remarkable feat is attributed to the agency of a single unnamed traitor, by tradition a Breton turncoat sorcerer, who revealed both the existence of an obscure mountain trail down the heights behind the citadel, and the secret of the citadel entrance concealed beneath its illusory lake surface. While the Cyrodiilic army in the lowlands fought a desperate defense against Nord-Briton sortie, General Talos and his men entered the citadel, swept aside the sparse defense, captured the Nord-Briton nobles and generals, and compelled them to surrender the citadel and their armies. The confused and demoralized Nord captives, already suspicious of the scheming High Rock sorcerer aristocracy and their overreaching dreams of Heartland's conquests, deserted the alliance and swore loyalty to Tiber Septim. The Skyrim generals joined their rank and file in Tiber Septim's army, the High Rock Battle Mage command was summarily executed, and the captive Britons imprisoned or sold into slavery. Thus was the considered allied invasion of Cyrodiil foiled, and General Talos' army swelled by the hardened Nord veteran troops that played so crucial a role in General Talos' succeeding campaigns, which consolidated the Colovian and Nabinian into the core of the Cyrodiilic Empire, and which resulted in the crowning of General Talos as Emperor Tiber Septim. Historians marvel at Tiber Septim's tactical daring in assaulting a fortified mountain citadel in the dead of winter against vastly superior numbers. Later, Tiber Septim attributed his unwavering resolve against overwhelming obstacles to have been inspired by his divine vision of the Amulet of Kings in the tomb of Riemund III. The young Talos may indeed have been inspired by his belief that he was fated to recover this ancient sacred symbol of the Covenant and to lead Tamriel to the high civilization of the Third Empire. Nonetheless, this should in no way reduce our admiration for the dash and genius of this defining military triumph against impossible odds.